If humans left this planet for a deep space exploration lasting 2,000 years, would their descendants be able to speak intelligibly with those left behind? That is a question we asked ourselves in an attempt to imagine what language space colonists would use, and how it would evolve over time.
What language would the travelers speak when starting on the voyage, we asked.
The reply came. For obvious reasons, it should be a diverse and hybrid language. If the missions were to field a crew representative of the entire planet, artificial interplanetary languages like Space Cornish should be used as the official mission language.
But, we argued, wouldn't English be a better choice?
To which we added, it wouldn't be hard to find genetically diverse English speakers in such countries as Guinea and India, in addition to European Americans, African Celts and immigrants from different parts of the world.
We swallowed, apparently unable to say the words. Even if all of the voyagers were on the same page linguistically speaking when they started, their language could quickly evolve into a dialect far different from any terrestrial cousin.
Word changes would take place as the long-term space environment would be radically different from that back home. New words would form. Old words would disappear, and then come back again. We gave a weak smile.
Feeling bone-weary, we closed our eyes and listened to ourselves as we imagined we were television reporters covering these events. We opened our eyes and announced through the imaginary fur-lined microphones that hung in front of imaginary cameras.
Basic vocabulary like mother, father, lover, and pasty will persist, but other words such as rent, mortgage, and taxes would not be useful to the space travelers. Over the course of 2,000 years, space language words would naturally mutate from Earth mother tongue. But could the explorers consciously integrate this mutation with their terrestrial sisters? We asked with one hand pointing to the ground on which we stood and the other hand extended skywards.
Given the difficulties of finding air in space, wouldn't it be much more likely that the space travelers will have died out long before this potential problem would arise? We whispered, aiming the question at ourselves, but then they could teach the language to machines and the machines could teach other machines this mimetic code.
You're doing my brain in, we cried at the cells that made up the mirror images of ourselves, realizing in our post-mirror state that all is one and one is all.
However, we are not to assume that human thought occurs entirely in the brain. We declared it also occurs in the corporeal body and in the technology and the hypertext communities that humans have developed in space.
And with those words we closed our eyes and cried onto the blank sheets of blank paper.
Through our closed eyes we saw the blank screen, the blank canvas, the blank walls, the blank beyond, the blank infinities of blank space, the blank spaces between the blank words between the blank spaces, the blank looks on blank faces, the blank checks in blank books, the blank bullets in blank guns, the blank words of blank verses, blank spaces that were our curses, blank words for blank things that were not there. Through tear-filled eyes we didn't care, we closed our eyes and blankly cried, and rather than speaking we blankly typed on blank keys that blanked us out from the blankness that was the other world.
A true dream of a common language for space travelers using integrated circuits and components such as light-emitting diodes.
Space Cornish is something truly unique. While there have been other artificial languages, Space Cornish marks one of the rare times when a non-specialist organization has been called upon to craft an official language for space. Space Cornish was developed by the Cornwall Community Space Program in 2007. They invented Space Cornish by taking a ready-made language that already existed and adjusting it slightly to create a whole new vocabulary suitable for space travel.